children, hope you are all well. I, Jayati Chaudhary, today we are going to discuss class 4, subject Social Studies, chapter 2, knowing more about India. Chapter 2, knowing more about India. We all know the country in which we live. It is going to be known as India. So today we are going to read more about our own country. Let's start. India is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of area. The other 6 countries in order of their size are Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil and Australia. So according to our area, if we come to see, India is going to be the 7th largest country in the world. India has the 2nd largest population in the world, next to China. That means in population, China is going to be first and second is going to be India. Population means number of people living in that country. India is one of the most beautiful and diverse countries in the world. Location of India. India lies wholly in the northeastern hemisphere. It is located in the southern part of the huge continent of Asia. A world map showing the location of India is given here. This is going to be world map, and if we see the world map, India is going to be lying over here in the northeastern hemisphere. Coming to geographical extent, India is a vast country. Vast country means very big country. The distance of the mainland of India from east to west is about 3,000 kilometers, and from north to south it is about 3,200 kilometers. Now we are going to discuss about the hemisphere. First we are going to discuss about northern hemisphere. We can see over here it is going to be written north. Now you will see that this half part is going to be known as northern hemisphere. If you see down, this part is going to be known as northern hemisphere. This half part and this half part is going to be known as southern hemisphere. Now please see over here, if you see down, please see these two part. Please see these two part. This two part is going to be known as eastern hemisphere. And now please see this part. This part is going to be known as western hemisphere. So now you have learned what is going to be known as the northern hemisphere, which part is going to be known as the southern hemisphere, this part is going to be known as the eastern hemisphere, and this part is going to be known as the western hemisphere. India is going to lie over here. If you see down over here, India is going to lie over here. That is, it is going to be lying in the northeastern hemisphere. Where it is going to be lying? In the northeastern hemisphere. Now children, please turn your page and come to page number 14. Now in page number 14, we can see political divisions of India. Here you can all see political map of India, and in this political map of India we are going to see states and union territories, which we are going to read now. Political divisions. India became an independent country on 15th August 1947. Today, India is a union of 29 states and 7 union territories. The states and union territories form the political divisions of India. So we all know a time was there when India is going to be under the control of the British. But on 15th August 1947, our country, India, became free. And now what we are coming to see, in India just now we are going to have 29 states and 7 union territories. And together with 29 states and 7 union territories, we are going to have the political divisions of India. Delhi is a union territory. It is officially known as the National Capital Territory of India. All the offices of the government of India are based in New Delhi. There are some parts of the country which are not included in these 29 states. These are known as union territories. Union territories are state-like divisions which are managed directly by the central government. There are 7 union territories including Delhi. Now let us discuss about the government. In India, we are going to have two types of government. One is going to be known as the central government and another one is going to be known as the state government. Over here at the top we can see we are having central government over here. These 7 union territories are going to be directly under the control of the central government. And what are these 7 union territories? I am just going to tell you the name. One is going to be Delhi, another one is going to be Chandigarh, third is going to be Dadra and Nagar Haveli, fourth is going to be Daman and Diu, fifth is Andaman and Nicobar Islands, sixth is going to be Lakshadweep Islands, and the last one is going to be Puducherry. These 7 union territories are going to be directly under the control of the central government. Now we are coming to state government. Because our country is going to be a huge one, so for the benefit of the people, we are going to have our state government. And because we are going to have 29 states, so we are going to have 29 state government in our country. The 7 states located in the northeast corner of India are called the 7 sister states. As you are all having, many of you are having sister in your home. So over here we are going to read about 7 sisters, and these 7 sisters are going to be states. Now we are going to read about the names of those 7 states. These states are Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura and Nagaland. These 7 states are going to be known as 7 sister states. Now we are going to read about neighboring countries. First you have to know what is meant by neighboring countries. The countries which are going to be very close to our country, or the country which are going to lie beside our country, those countries are going to be known as neighboring countries. We are going to have 9 neighboring countries. India has 9 neighboring countries. Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, China and Bhutan and Nepal in the north, Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east, Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. Now, with the help of a map, we are going to see the 9 neighboring countries of India. Pakistan and Afghanistan. These are going to lie in the northwestern side. Over here, Nepal, Bhutan and China. They are going to lie in the northern side. Over here, Bangladesh and Myanmar. They are going to lie in the eastern side. And now we are coming at the bottom. Over here we can see Sri Lanka and Maldives. They are going to lie in the southern part. Hope you all understand the chapter nicely. Now the remaining part we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you.